What is up, DTube? What is up, this Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk about death, okay? Because it's an interesting topic. So does death exist? So I have researched a lot of stuff about this universe, basically. Listen to a lot of smart people that seem smart, at least. Well, most people seems to agree that we are basically energy and consciousness, okay? So that means that, let's say, if everything is energy, if it's also consciousness, and that there are consciousness at different levels, we humans, for example, we have feelings and thoughts, which is some higher conscious thing, maybe compared to a stone, but that a stone can be conscious but in a lower way. Okay, so if everything is just energy and consciousness, let's take a look at this. When something dies, then the energy, if it's just energy and consciousness, okay, that means that the energy is being transformed to something else, right? And that is pretty interesting. So is that actually a death, or is it just like changing clothes? It kind of look, because can you kill energy? You can transform energy into something else, right? But can you kill it? Can you call energy dead just because it has transformed into something else? So does death even exist? Well, if energy is just being, if you can't kill energy, you just transform it, and that would mean that death probably doesn't exist, that only life exists. Life that is being transformed into something else. So we take a look at a person also. What is going on with a person? I know, at least with me, that I can listen to some music and it resonates with me. And so what is that? Well, it seems like there's some memory stored, and that it cannot come from me be on Earth, for I'm 25 years old. That is memory. That is old memory, right? It's old data, and it's energy, basically. So where is that energy coming from? Where it's coming from life, right? And in me, in 25 years, I could not come up with that memory, okay? So that is basically memory. That's basically energy that is coming from someplace. It's life that is coming together. And it must have been another person, right? Or some other thing, but probably another person. You know, because if it's energy, if it's memory, that basically can resonate with music, with feelings and thoughts, yeah, that must come from another person, right? That was here in the past. It's the only thing that makes sense, right? So can you call that person for dead? The body, yes, the body is dead, but is the person dead? Aren't we souls living in a physical reality? It does seem like we are. That we're playing around with the physical. And smart people that I've heard talking, they said that the physical is only 1% of the universe. So the physical is just like an illusion, right? You can play with it, you can have fun with it, but to get back to the point, does death really exist? If energy is being transformed into something else. Dead bodies, yes. But dead humans, no. Or a dead man, for example, or you know, does that exist if it's a dead body? So what it seems as if is that first we have an exterior body, right? A physical body. I have a face, okay? I have a face. It's kind of cool. It's what you can see, it's the physical. But it seems like we have another body. It seems as if we have another body which is more subtle. It's you can't really see it, right? Just as with air, the air around you has so much intelligence, but you can't see it. Well, why can't you see it? Well, we're trained, we're used to the physical. We haven't really been trained into other dimensions of life, basically, knowing about it. But if the physical, if it's true that it's only 1%, then clearly we can have a subtle body inside of ourselves that has memory stored, feelings, emotions, energy that's coming from history, basically. It's life. So the kind of cool thing about this is that would basically mean that it does make sense to be loving. It does make sense. Because if death doesn't exist, if it's just energy being transformed, then it basically means that energy is sort of infinite. It's limitless. Okay? So it does make sense then to be super loving and stuff like that, because it will go on forever. That is pretty interesting stuff. A lot of people get depressed when they think about, well, if you only think about it in a way of, well, I'm gonna die. But if that energy is being transformed, and clearly I'm just speculating here, but if that energy is just being transformed, it sort of means like death doesn't exist. Like the physical dies, yes, but the energy can be stored. The energy can be stored for millions of years probably, which is pretty trippy, because this doesn't just mean that positive energy can be stored, negative energy can be stored also. That's pretty scary in a way, because it means that if a person is super negative and stuff like that, that negative energy can go on for millions of years. But if you build up positive energy, that can also go on for millions of years. So I'm just speculating, but I've listened to smart people, and it seems like there is this energy thing inside of ourselves. And we have the physical, right? As I already said, but that there's subtle energy that to detect it, you have to pay attention. You have to perceive life. And it's not like you can look at an object and, oh, there's the energy, right? It takes time to detect. But I like to, as a philosopher, I like to experiment. I like to play around with ideas. That's basically what makes me having a fun time, basically. But it's such a beautiful way, if the existence works like that the energy that you are and the energy that you can bring into yourself, that can go on forever. And obviously, we as a human beings, we have a very, very hard time to understand what forever means. But if we look at we as humans, we can see our desire. We can see that we long for limitlessness. We can see that is where we feel the most home, because we know sort of that we are nothingness. So we can see that parts of ourselves, we're searching for that. We're searching for that limitlessness, because it seems as if that is our home. That the energy, it's almost like the energy can remember that yeah, I have been here a long time. I have been here a long, long time. Because if energy has been here a long time, it basically has stored memory. Then it only makes sense why we would love nothingness so much, and why we're searching for limitless so much, because that will be so much home. So I hope this video made a little bit of sense. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I just do these videos, I get an idea or something I write down. I write down all my ideas every day in my phone, and then I just do a video of it, and I know it's going to be a good video because I do them from the heart, and it comes off as really authentic and real, and it always makes good videos. I want to talk more about this in the future because energy mastery seems to be the key in life. Energy mastery. And I may even done one video about this, but it seems as if life is then all about energy, basically. Energy that you push out, energy that you build up, energy that you store, and yeah, energy. Energy. It's an interesting word. It's something interesting. It's not just electricity. Energy is basically everywhere. So a video talking a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you enjoyed. If only life exists, what a beautiful thing, right? And that the energy is just transforming to something else. Have an awesome day, DTube. Have an awesome day, Steve.